Now, you know you need to build an email list for your business, and if you're watching this video, that's what you want to do. And you've probably heard what a lead magnet is, or you've probably heard the term somewhere along the way, but you might not know exactly what it is or what you even need to do with it. So if you're an online coach or a consultant, or you're an affiliate marketer or even a network marketer, or even if you're someone who works in corporate, so you've got a really high stress job and you're actually looking to escape the 9 to 5, sometimes in corporate it's a lot longer than that, grind, or you even create and sell your own online courses, ebooks, and other products, this video is for you. Essentially, if you're in any one of these categories right here, you're building you're building an online business, and to build an online business, you need to build an email list. Now, building a list is one of the components of the online success strategy, so that you can use that list to put multiple offers in front of people, build relationships, because email is definitely not dead, not by a long stretch of the imagination. But before you can build a list, there's a step you've actually got to take before that, and that is creating a lead magnet. Hi, I'm Paula O'Sullivan, and I myself am an online consultant in the marketing space, and I help clients, and I also work with other people one-on-one and in a group setting to grow their businesses through attracting people via a lead magnet. So let's just take a moment to understand exactly what a lead magnet is. Now, a lead is, in marketing terms, a lead is someone who comes into your business. They hand over a piece of information, enough to be able to start developing a relationship with them because they've taken an interest. So if you think if someone goes to your website, just because they go to your website, they may have some interest, but if they, for example, pick up the phone and call you or send you an email asking for further information, that person has handed over to you a core piece of information that you can use to continue to build a relationship with them. Now, if people are calling or they're emailing and they're doing it in an ad hoc way, there's a better way to do that, and that is through automation. And what a lead magnet does, as the name suggests, is it attracts people to your business who are interested in what you have to offer. So what a lead magnet is, you might have seen them around the place. So if you click on, say, a Facebook ad or a Google ad, or you might click on a blog or a social media post, and you get taken to a form that you fill out, and then you get a free piece of information. That is a lead magnet. So what you are doing is you are giving people something of value, and it's got to be genuinely of value. It can't be anything that's BS. It's got to be genuinely of value. But someone will give you an email, sometimes a phone number, but generally an email, in exchange for that valuable piece of information. And once you start putting that on autopilot and you're collecting leads into your database, what you're actually then doing is, instead of waiting for people to come to you with a phone call or an email inquiry, you're actually now going out to them in a much more systemized and much more automatic way, so that you can actually go and find a whole bunch of people that are attracted to what you've got to offer. They're loving your message. They really understand and get what you're about, and they want to be part of your tribe. And so advertising still works, email still works, this stuff still works. Otherwise, we still wouldn't be talking about it many years down the track. So that's essentially what a lead magnet is giving someone valuable free content in exchange for a piece of information, so that they can continue to be contacted in an ongoing, usually automated way, and usually through email. So why do you need a lead magnet? Now, there are some amazing lead magnets out there, and I'll talk a little bit about them in a sec, but essentially, in my view, there are 3 reasons why you need a lead magnet. Number 1, authority. If you are, just say you're in corporate and you might be a marketer and you have decided enough's enough, you don't want to work for someone else, you want to work for you. You want to go out there and establish yourself You've been practicing the trade for a very long time and you're incredibly successful, but you haven't actually built a name for you. You haven't built a brand around you. So what a lead magnet does is, because if you set up something that is of absolute highest value that people love and are going to get results with straight away, they'll get a couple of things, like a couple of actionable points out of it. You then start to establish yourself as an authority in this space. So authority is huge, because online marketing and online media, social proof is so important, and building authority is so important. Because if you don't know, like, and trust someone, then why would you buy from them? So the authority piece is really about having people understand what you're about, but also you get to put lots of runs on the board. You get to show people that you actually know what you're talking about. You're not going to give away all of your IP, or you're not going to give away everything that you do, but you're going to give them something that they can action straight away that keeps them coming back for more. So it's that authority piece. Now, secondly, yes, the function of a lead magnet is to build your list. So whether it's a phone list, a chatbot list, an email list, but specifically for the online success strategy, and if this is the first video of mine that you've watched, that phrase, the online success strategy, is something that I'm going to refer to again and again and again. So I'll keep coming back to it. Lead magnet is the first component of it. Building a list is the second component of it. So without a lead magnet, you can kind of build a list, but it's going to take many years and it's going to be much slower. So you need a lead magnet, possibly more than one, to be able to build your list. Thirdly, awareness. You're amazing. People need what you have. You've got something to give to the world. But if you don't tell people about it, then they're not going to know who you are. So really, even if someone clicks on your page and doesn't sign up straight away, they start to get to know you. And when you have an online marketing strategy that is set up around automation and has all of the right infrastructure in place, you can start to do things like remarketing. So yes, you might have a lead magnet that attracts some people but might not attract others. So what you then do is you then come up with another lead magnet that talks more about their pain points, or talks to more about, so just say you're in that marketing space and there are some people who they're great at email marketing, but they need to know how to do, say, Facebook ads. So you could create a lead magnet, which is, here are the 5 top tips to setting up your Facebook ads right. Now that's going to attract a certain number of people. It's specialized. It tells you exactly what you're going to get. How you deliver that is totally up to you. But it's not going to grab everyone's attention. And so for those that are already well-versed in Facebook ads, they might need something else. So the awareness piece is incredibly important, because if people don't know who you are, they can't build a relationship with you, and you can't serve as many people as what you need to do. Now, the important thing about a lead magnet is that it's got to be engaging. People need to get something out of it, because an email address, for some people, they'll just hand out their email address all over the place and it doesn't really matter to them. But an email address is so incredibly important. It's personal. If I am going to allow you to arrive in my inbox every single day with all sorts of content, sales messages, etc., I want to know that I'm going to get some value from you. So yes, you use a lead magnet to build a list, to be able to put offers in front of people, but you need to be engaging to get them in, to hook them in the first place. So just because the content is free doesn't mean it's got to be crap. It doesn't mean that you just go, oh, look, I'm just going to do like a 30-second video and I'll talk about something that everyone else is talking about. It doesn't work like that. There has to be genuine value. So what you need to, there's a trend at the moment of doing webinars and free videos kind of like this one. And that's great, but you've got to make sure that you're covering all sorts of ways that people take in content. But yeah, just because it's free doesn't mean that it shouldn't actually be of value, because you need to earn someone's trust. You need to earn their email address. Now, you also need to talk about the benefits. So in marketing, we talk about features versus benefits. Features are the things that the product or service is. The benefits, you can see the acronym WIIFM. What's in it for me? I don't care about what the thing's got. I just want to know how it's going to impact my life. So the content that you give them, yes, I mean, you'll talk about some features, you'll talk about some of the bits, like, here's how you do a Facebook ad or whatever, but you've got to talk about the benefits. Like, why should someone sign up for this lead magnet? Why should someone, out of all of the people that are advertising to me, why is it that I should sign up for your lead magnet over somebody else's? Talk up the benefits. How is getting this piece of content going to change my life or transform my life or add extra value to my business? That's what you need to think about. Is it's not about you and not about your expertise or the features you bring, although that's important and you will bring that in at other points. But I need to understand, this is what I'm going to get out of it, and it's going to be worth my time. Because let's be honest, money is a really important commodity, but the second most, well, actually, I'd probably say it's more important than money, and that is attention. Attention is such an undervalued resource. Attention is so important. And if you're going to earn my attention, you need to make sure, again, value. Now, think about the best way to deliver the content. So for some people, they like to get an ebook, so they'll get like a little PDF download. For others, it might be a video series. So Mel Robbins, who has the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 series, she has just done a full month of free training on teaching people how to live their dreams and how to come up with dreams and really just to start dreaming. And it was fabulous. The content was delivered in a variety of different ways. Now, you don't need to do a month free e-course, not at all. But in terms of the content delivery, there was a variety of different ways it was delivered. So there was some video content, there were some PDF downloads and workbooks that were branded, which was really cool, so that you could fill out those workbooks, but still keep the Mel Robbins brand front of mind. So for you, think about, how is it that I can communicate this content? There are people out there who are amazing writers, but don't want to be on video, and that's okay. Do it as written content, because you'll certainly attract an audience, that's for sure. And lastly, this is so important. I've seen lead magnets where people want to capture all of my details. I have filled out a few, or started to fill out a few forms recently, where I'll put my first name, I'll put my last name, I'll put my email, and they ask me for a phone number. Now, if you're in Australia, you only should be asking for the information that you need to be able to deliver the product or service or to build the relationship. If you ask for a phone number and you don't need it, you can get into trouble. But also, if you ask for a phone number and you make it mandatory, there are people who are just going to stop filling out the form, no matter how good your content is. So if I have not met you before, if I have only just come across your ad for the first time, it's grabbed me for some reason, but you've asked me for my phone number, I am so reluctant. I just won't give it to you. I will move on. So if you're, first name I think is fine. Last name, that's up to you. Definitely email, because that's the purpose of this exercise. But in terms of phone number, I'd be really hesitant to ask for it unless there is a specific reason why. Because the last thing that I want is for people to constantly ring my phone, with follow-up sales messages. And I know that it works for some people, but it's also going to turn a lot of people off. So only collect the info you need to continue the relationship. Now, I've got another video specifically on this topic, but I just want to reiterate it here. So the way that you build and deliver your lead magnet. So you'll have what's called a landing page or a lead capture page. And as it suggests, a lead capture page is where you send people to collect their details so that you can then go and deliver the content that you promised. Now there's lead capture and lead management software out there. My personal favorite is Kartra that you can see on the screen here. It has some amazing features and I won't talk about them in this video here. In fact, I'll actually drop a link to my blog underneath this so that you can go and check it out for yourself. But Kartra is amazing. It is very easy to build lead capture pages. You can build forms. And then it also looks after the email sequences afterwards. And there's also ClickFunnels, lead pages, and there's other software out there that you can leverage so that you don't have to go and build it all yourself. However, I'm going to put this caveat in there. If you use something like Kartra to build your lead magnet campaigns on, make sure that you keep a record or keep backups of absolutely everything. But what I would also do is build it on your lead management software, but also build it on your own website. You might not necessarily send people to your website, but what can happen is that these, and I've got a blog on this as well, but Kartra is what I would call rented space. You don't own Kartra, I don't own Kartra. We purchase an account, you pay monthly for an account. It's essentially you're paying for the use of it to build your business. So you can build your own website and you own it wholly and solely, but these other platforms, they're incredibly useful and should be a part of any online business, but don't rely on them to grow your business. Don't use these as the foundation for your business, because if you do and just say Kartra closes its doors tomorrow, that's your business gone. I've seen too many instances where people have built their business on Facebook. They've not had a website. They've just had a Facebook page where they've had 500,000, 1 million, 2 million followers, making lots of money, and then Facebook shuts them down. So make sure that you build your lead magnet on both your website and your lead capture platform. As I said, I've got another video on this, and I will also link to that at the bottom of this too. Now, you've heard me in this video talk about the online success strategy. So there are 5 components of it, and in this video, I have touched through maybe 4 of the components. So this video talks about the lead magnet, which is component number 1. Component number 2 is building a list. So we are creating a lead magnet to then be able to build our email list. Number 3 is sales automation, where you then put offers in front of them in an automatic way, and something like a Kartra or a ClickFunnels or lead pages can do that. Number 4 is relationship building through automation, which is what your lead magnet and all of your content does. Now, if you're keen to understand this strategy in more detail, I can give you free access to it. So it's a 2-hour education class. I tell you what, in terms of value for your attention money, it is 2 hours well worth spent, because you will get so much juicy information out of it that you can go and implement straight away in your own business. It's amazing. So it is delivered by my business partners, Mike and Robin, and what they will do is take you through all of those components of the online success strategy. They will show you a practical example of how it's applied, and it's all done that it is driven by data and it is driven by strategy, the online success strategy. There is a link below to access the class for free. Now, it's not going to be free forever, so you want to get onto it. Click the link below. I will put it below this video so that you can go and access that class for free. And then you can learn more about all of these components of the online success strategy so that you can go and build an amazing business for yourself. Now, if you liked this video and you want to see more of it, make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the red bell as well, hit the little bell, so that you actually get emails in your inbox every time I send out a new video like this. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Paula O'Sullivan. I am so looking forward to catching you on the next video. And I would love to hear if you build your own lead magnet, drop a link below. I'd love to actually see it. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in a video very soon.